Hello everybody. We're now going to work on the page that says factoring trinomials. Alright, let's get started. We're starting off with this warm-up, which is again just multiplying two binomials. So you'll see in this middle column I've worked through them in the long way, and then I've added those middle terms to finish them. So in our previous lesson we have learned to go from this to this. Now what we're going to go is we're going to say, hey, I'm given this. How do I get back to this form? This is going to be really important when you get to Algebra 2. All right, let's see how we can do that. So the idea here is that we want to find things that come in this form. We want to find things that multiply to be that last number, but add to be this middle number. Let's look at these up above and see if that works. So we want to multiply to be 5, but add to be 6. What numbers multiply to be 5 but add to be 6? Well, that's 5 and 1. So here you see my 5x and my 1x terms. When I were to factor that, you get x plus 1 and x plus 5. Let's look at another example. Here you see things that are multiplied to be negative 24 but add to be 2. That's going to be positive 6 and negative 4. You see those written here. When I were to factor that, you give me m minus 4 and m plus 6. I think we're noticing a pattern. Let's try one more. Here's things that multiply to be 21, but add to be negative 10. Things that multiply to be 21, but add to be negative 10 are negative 7 and negative 3. When I factor this, it becomes k minus 7 and k minus 3. Did you find the pattern yet? All right, let's talk about it. So here, they want things that multiply to be 12, but add to be 7. What I'm going to do is I'm going to list out things that multiply to be 12. That's the first starting point. Things that multiply to be 12 are 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. I always go straight down the list, divide it by 1, divide it by 2, divide it by 3. You know you're at the end when you have two numbers that are pretty close to each other. Now that I have all of my pairs here, I'm going to see which one of those pairs will add to be 7. 1 plus 12 is 13. That's not it. 2 plus 6 is 8. Closer, but still not 7. Hey, here we go. 3 plus 4 is 7. Beautiful. So my final answer is going to be whatever your variable is. Here I'm going to have plus 3 and x plus 4. Now, we're going to look at 4 different case samples here, all talking about different ways that those signs are in the middle. Pay attention as we go through that. Here we go. We're starting off here with both of these being pluses. If both of yours are going to be pluses, you're going to end up with two things that, again, have pluses. I need things that multiply to be 20, but add to 9. Once again, I'm going to list out all of my factors. If you're able to do this in your head, fantastic. And as we get going on it, you'll start to be able to. But when you're just starting out, it really helps to write all of them out. So I have 1 and 20, 2 and 10. There is no 3, 4 and 5. Again, I know I'm at the end because 4 and 5 are numbers that are super close to each other. So I need to know which one of these adds up to be 9. That gives me 21, 12, here we go, 9. Once again, because these are both plus signs, I'm going to have n plus my first factor that I used, 4, n plus my second factor, which was 5. And we're done. Let's try another example. Once again, 2 plus signs. I need factors of 24 that add to be 10. Let's list them. 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Once again, I know I'm at the end because there is no 5, and then I get back to 6. Adding these up to be 10, that's going to give us 4 and 6. A plus 4, A plus 6. Awesome. I'm going to show you the answers here for 2 and 4. Great. If you've got questions, make sure you ask them. Now here on set 2, you're going to notice my last number is negative, but my first number is positive. That means I'm thinking, what multiplies to be a negative? Well, things that multiply to be a negative are going to be 1 positive and 1 negative. That's the only way we can multiply to be a negative number. Now, if I'm adding to be a positive number, when I have one that's a negative and one that's a positive, that means that your bigger number must be the positive one. Let's see what I mean by that. So here I'm looking for factors of 18. Factors of 18, I'm once again going to list 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. Starting back at 3 and 6 because those are close to each other. There is no 5, is no 4. All right, so once again, looking at numbers that multiply to be negative 18, one's positive, one's negative. If you forget which one needs to be bigger, you can always just check them. Again, my bigger one here, because that first one's a positive, it means my bigger number is positive. So I'm going to make all my smaller numbers negative. 18 minus 1, 17. Not what we're looking for. 9 minus 2, 7. Still not what we're looking for. 6 minus 3, 3. That's the one we want to go with. My final answer is going to be n minus 3, n plus 6. Fabulous. All right, let's try another one. Once again, same sign setup. Things that multiply to be negative 6, but add to be 1. Okay, you can always put that 1 in there if it helps you. 6, I get 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Again, my bigger number is positive, so I'm going to make all my smaller numbers negative. 6 minus 1 is 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. That's the answer I'm looking for. G minus 2, G plus 3. You can start to see how this will just become a lot of mental math. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. You hear 6 and 8 right here. Great. Okay, here in set 3, you're going to notice they're both negative signs. Okay, things that multiply to be a negative but add to be a negative are going to be the x plus a number and x minus a number. The only way we can get that last number to be negative, but this time my bigger number is negative and my smaller number is positive. Let's take a look. This first one's pretty basic, right? 3. That gives me 1 and 3. Literally my only option. Okay, my bigger number is negative. 3 or 1 minus 3 gets us to be negative 2. That's the number I'm looking for. A plus 1, A minus 3. Love it. All right, let's try number 11. Number 11, same thing. We're looking for factors of 63. Gives me 1 and 63. Let's see. I don't have my calculator with me. Pull her up here. All right. 63 divided by 2 I know is not going to work, so let's try 3. There we go. 3 and 21. 4, 5 is not an option. 6, let's try that. 63 divided by 6. I can already tell you it's a no, but there we go. So it's a no. Let's try 7. 63 divided by 7. There we go. 7 and 9. Throw that off the screen. Whoop. All right. So now that I have all my factors, once again, my bigger number is negative. Okay, and we're seeing which ones of those add to be negative 2. This one will get us to be negative 62. This one will get us to be negative 18. And here we have negative 2. That's the one I'm looking for. B plus 7, B minus 9. I'm going to zoom out so you can see 10 and 12. All right, let's try another one. 13. You'll notice now that my second one is positive, but my first one is negative. The way to get something that multiplies to be a positive is either 2 positive numbers or 2 negative numbers. If I've got 2 positive numbers and add them, that's going to give us a positive number. So clearly, I have 2 negatives here. I'm going to write that down over here. X minus and X minus. Beautiful. All right, let's try our hand at this. Okay, factors of 24. That's 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Again, with that second number being positive and the first one being negative, I'm going to put negative signs on everybody. Okay, we're looking for negative 11. Negative 3 plus negative 8 is negative 11. That gives me x minus 3, x minus 8. Awesome, let's try another one. 72, another big number. Let me get out my calculator. Excellent, okay. So, let's start with the basic one, 1 and 72. And divide 72 by 2. And that got me 36. I'm going to divide it by 3. That got me 24. Let's try 4. So you can kind of see the thought process here, right? So that gives me 4 and 18. I know it's not divisible by 5. Let's do 6. Nope. 72 divided by 6. There we go. So we have 6 and 12. Okay, we're getting closer. I know it's not 7. 8. There might be an 8. Let's see. 72 divided by 8. Yep, 8 and 9. Beautiful. So again, modeling the strategy here, just keep dividing it by bigger numbers until you get ones that are close. All right, so let's try and figure out which one gets us to be negative 17. Once again, they're all negatives. So anything that's got a number above 17 is out. Negative 12 and negative 6, not it. That leaves us negative 8 and negative 9. Negative 8 plus negative 9 is negative 17. Here we go. Y minus 8 and y minus 9. Awesome. All right, I'm going to zoom out so you can see all of the ones that we have done over here. And that is the end of today's video. Make sure you follow along on Canvas and see what the next section is. Have a great day, guys.